Okay, dear friends, I'm back. The machine I'll be dealing with is Love machine on the Hackthebox, which is Windows. As you can see here, and I've already spawned the machine earlier. The IP address is this one, and I'd like to use the PowerShell, which is online Parallel OS, to do this preparation. Before we begin today's journey, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. This will help me very, very much. You are greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's just get started. So then we can switch over to the viewer. And I've already done the map scanning with your options. And from the map scanning results, as you can see over here, the several open port, the 80 port number, and which is running HTTP. Yeah, before we move forward, one thing I'd like to point out for you is that we cannot speed up the scanning process by the option like T4 or T5. Otherwise, the map will not recognize the surface properly. So, okay, let's go ahead. And also the 443 port number opening. And the my circle surface, not certain. And the 5000, which is running HTTP surface as well. So what we are going to do next is to do some emulation. First of all, as I mentioned in the other video, if a sample surface is available on the target, such a surface should become our first objective, first type of objectives, okay? But to be honest, we cannot get anything useful besides the hot name, okay? To save time, I will not do that now. So next, we need to do some. I think before we do the manual emulation, you need to take a look at the result of the map scanning very carefully. As you can see from the certificate information, we can know, yeah, this should be the domain of the target. So we need to put this into our host file, echo, and the IP address, and paste in here. Oh, not this one. Sorry about that. I think this is the history of clipboard. Staging love HTTP and sudo t option etc host file. Now we need to manually emulate the both 80 port number and 443. Let's fire up our browser and make it bigger so you can see what's going on. First, we can access the target by IP address. Yeah, this is the voting system, and will require us to provide the ID number, password, but we do not get such information yet. And you can try like to use the login bypass technique, but will not succeed at all. So I think now also we can try to access the staging. Not this one. Maybe we can try HTTPS, right? Staging and love HTTP, but forbidden. Interesting. But if we remove the S, we use the HTTP, normal HTTP, to access this domain, yeah, we got a different result. And the home and also demo, and we can do some scanning, enter the URL of the file to scan. We can try that. HTTP, yeah, scan file, and we got the some interesting result. Yeah, voters ID, but this one doesn't give us any useful information. Next, I think we can try to enumerate the application. Oh, we need to put the option of host. But in this case, Nikto cannot review useful information. And now we can do the directory enumeration. And the word list, I'd like to use the dealbuster directory. And the extension option. Let's hit enter. And we got some interesting directories and also the files. Login, we have already know that. And also there is a domain directory. Of course, we need to access this one because this one always give us the entry of administrator. Yeah, we need to provide the username and password. Of course, you can try admin to see whether this is working, but no, don't save. And also you can try the login bypass technique if you wish. And I'd like to quit this directory enumeration. So I think now we have already got some directories and also some files. And also another one, I think we forgot to access. Yeah, we have already done that. Staging, love, HTTP. We got the same result. Oh, forbidden. Okay. So I think now, as you can see here, the file security checker. Maybe we can scan the 5000 port number. We have already know that the target is running 5000 and which is HTTP service. We can see what it's about. We can scan file. Yeah, very interesting information we can get. We got the username and password. And I've already made a note of this information here. So we can make a copy of the password and go back to our browser. Because just now we have already know that this one has a domain portal. And we can supply the username as admin and paste the password, sign in. Here, yeah, we got the panel or administrator panel of the voting system. And also, I think this voting system itself has the vulnerability, but in this video, I will not go for that. And we can find some way to get the foothold. If we go to the profile, we can update the file. And here, we can upload the photo. Of course, we can use the PHP. But I think one thing I need to share with you is because the target is running Windows, so we cannot adopt the same way as Linux. For example, we can get the PHP reverse shell, reverse PHP file. This cannot be working correctly. Instead, we can use or upload the simple PHP code. I have already created this PHP code earlier. Yeah, very simple, just the one-liner. And then we can upload this one, open. And we need to provide the current password, save. So no problem. Admin profile updated successfully. I think you remember that during the stage of directory enumeration, the target has images file directories. Sorry. So just now we updated the photo of a profile. So I think possibly our uploaded file is located under this directory images. As you can see, yeah, this one is the file what we uploaded, yeah, just now. So we can click, yeah, and it's running. And of course we need to pass the parameter, but of course because the target is Windows, we cannot run the ID. This is the Linux command, but we can run the who am I. Yeah, who am I can be running over Windows. So what can we do next to get the foothold? We can use some one-liner to get the reverse shell, like this one. I will put the link into the description section below as well. And this time I can choose this one, the HTA or HTML application. And we can use the Metasploit to generate the payload. And I'd like to demonstrate this technique. Here we can launch our Metasploit console. And we can use this one, the HTA server. Yeah, we can search HTA server, and we can use this one. This module can generate the payload for us, which can be running over Windows target. And we can show options. And we need to set the localhost to our own machine, right? And I can set the local port number to 555. And we need to set the SRV host to the same IP address. And I think and other things I can leave them to default value, and we can run. Then we can make a copy and go back to our browser. Here we can run the command mshta. You know, the HTML application should be executed by this one, mshta. Okay, the mshta exe, and we can put the payload, and let's hit enter. And now we go back to our, yeah, it looks like it's working. The Metasploit session to opened. Which is wonderful, right? So in this machine, what I'm demonstrating is some techniques can be suitable for the Windows target. The Metasploit session to opened. Okay, we can get sessions. Yeah, I think why I get the 2 session. Yeah, it's all right. Maybe I think this is the history session. It doesn't matter. And then we can elevate a privilege, right? We can suggest a search suggester module, and we can use this one. And we can show options, and we can set the session number to maybe 2, not the 1, 2, and then we can run. Yeah, this suggester module is so useful for this local privilege escalation, because it will go through or collect all possible vulnerabilities, which can allow us to elevate our privilege to administrator. Even we do not need to upload like a WinPeers script and then do that manually. We just rely on the Metasploit itself to do our or to our advantages. Okay, it's collecting exploit, and we just wait for this to be completed. And also this module will do the check to see whether this one is vulnerable on the target, and then we can select appropriate module or exploit to run, to execute. Hopefully we can get the expected result. Yeah, it's almost done. Yeah, running check. I think we got the first one because the target is vulnerable. We can make a copy of the module, lim, copy, and then we can use, paste in here. Then we can show options again, and we can set the local host to our own machine. And we need to set different port number to be listened on, and we can select like maybe 888 or 77, it doesn't matter. And we need to set the session number. We can set it to 2, the second session, and let's run it. Yeah, updating. It's working, I think. Yeah, Metapret session 3 opened. We can get the previews. I think we are administrator user, and we can get the UID. Yeah, good. And now we can retrieve the root flag. We can go to the users. Yeah, go to the administrator directory and go to the desktop list files, and then we can cut the root flag. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We have already done all important steps from the getting initial foothold, and then use the suggester module to select appropriate module. And then finally, we get the administrator shell or session or privilege, whatever you call it. So I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a good day.